I'll admit it, I used to think I held all the power in our relationship. My husband, David, was the kind of man people saw as dependable. Steady job, quiet routines, the kind of life with no surprises. Safe. And for a while, that worked. But over time, I began to crave more excitement, more spark, more of the fantasy I'd built in my head. After 7 years together, I convinced myself I deserved something different. Someone wealthier, more thrilling, someone who could make my life feel like it belonged in a film. One night, after yet another argument about how monotonous everything felt, I lost my temper. Maybe I should just leave and find someone better, I snapped. Someone who actually knows how to make me feel alive. I fully expected him to break, to plead with me, to promise he'd change. But he didn't. He sat there, calm, unreadable. "If that's really how you feel," he said softly, "then maybe you should." His response knocked the wind out of me. For the first time, I saw something in him I hadn't before. He wasn't afraid to walk away. Over the next week, I tried to stir a reaction, started openly flirting with a colleague, making sure David noticed. I wanted him to feel insecure, to see I had other options. But instead of reacting with jealousy or anger, he became even more composed. Sharper. He upgraded his wardrobe, stayed out later, took calls in private. When I asked about it, he only offered a casual, just work stuff. Then came the twist I never saw coming. 2 months after our fight, David asked me to dinner, not at our usual spot, but at a high-end restaurant we'd never been able to justify before. I assumed this was it. The heartfelt apology, the last-ditch effort to save us. But when I arrived, he was already seated, poised and collected in a way that felt different. He handed me a folder across the table. Inside, papers. The sale of our house. A signed offer for a major overseas role. And divorce documents, already filled out. "I thought you should know," he said, voice steady. "While you were busy searching for someone who could give you more, I realized I could do better too. I'm moving to London next month. The job's already confirmed. You'll be financially supported, but I won't be the man you pity anymore." I couldn't breathe. I had imagined him clinging to the relationship. Instead, he had grown beyond it, beyond me. The man I'd called dull had become someone self-assured, successful, and suddenly out of reach. And I was left sitting there, facing the cruel truth, in chasing after some illusion of better. I had let go of the best thing I'd ever had.